what's going on? This is your boy Raider Knight, and today we're going to be reviewing YungLean Blade Psychos. Now, this album, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of came out of nowhere. We got this album information like earlier over the, like, it was kind of like late last week, early weekend or whatever, and we got it was like it was on the Reddit or whatever, and we got this leak song called Enemy, and that was the track 7 on this. And a lot of people thought this was just gonna be like, people were thinking like this was AI at first. Some people said that, and then some people said that this album wasn't gonna drop, or they thought it wasn't gonna drop, but it did drop, and it did come out early. It came out on Wednesday, aka today, but technically it came out yesterday because it came out for like New Zealand and all them earlier or whatever. So we got Psychos, and this album, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably like I don't want to say it's like top 3 already, but like I really enjoy this album a lot, and I want to review it. This album, it talks like a lot about death, about escapism from like the harsh reality of the world. It talks about like all these like crazy subjects or whatever, how we like find like just like tiny little lights and different things or whatever. And this album is like, I don't know, it's like there's no miss here. Like it's fire. It can't even be rated. Like I don't even know if I can like rate this album, because like obviously like there's better like sounding Blade and YungLean albums, but this album is like, it's like just like the peak lyricism from both of them, truthfully. I mean, heck, the first song is just a straight up poem. It ain't even a it's not even a song, it's a poem. And it's awesome. Like the whole album is awesome. I mean, look at this. Don't read between the lines. Got the world on my shoulders. Throw it off. Like this whole album is just awesome. It tells you just don't even stress out about, you know, chasing something that you don't even really need at the end of the day. Like, you know, and that other tracks talk about that too. I don't think it's this track in particular, but one of the tracks says, you know, commit a fruitless crime to gain a worthless prize or whatever. So like we're throwing away like our lives, our innocence, our happiness, everything. We just throw it away for like, you know, just like stupid stuff like greed. But I mean, it can be related to anything. It'd be like, you know, chasing a high of anything. It could be like love, drugs, anything. And it could be, I mean, just anything that like holds you back or whatever. And this album just tells you to like just let that go. Let go of your ego, as previous Blade albums have talked about. And it's pretty based, I'm not gonna lie. This whole album is really just a kind of just let go of what's holding you back, and just be happy with what you got. I mean, it's never gonna be perfect. Nothing is perfect in life, but just be, you know, that's what the whole, like, I think, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Somebody's gonna be in the comments and say, Raider Knight, you're stretching this a little bit too far now. But the frog, I mean, he's kind of looking at like this super, like, obviously, you know, to a human, like this scene is just a telephone pole with the sun. So it doesn't mean nothing to us. But to the frog, like, who's trapped in like the darkness or whatever, like that means everything or whatever. So like to us humans, like this doesn't mean nothing to us, but to the frog it means everything. And maybe I sound stupid for saying that, but like in the humans world or whatever, money or fame or whatever high you're seeking for, love, dreams, whatever, like none of that really means a lot, because we all are gonna end up with the same fate regardless, which this album also talks about. But it's like we just hold on to like these things, and we give them so much power over our lives, but really they're not that important at the end of the day. But we also need to see the beauty in things too. Like we can't just abandon all of our stuff. Obviously they're not saying that either. They're not saying like don't chase like any type of dream. They're not saying that at all. But they're saying like all the negative stuff like we're chasing, like you don't need that. You need what's in your heart. You need to stay true to yourself and just be in the moment, be happy, live life. And to be honest, the frog is kind of living in the moment. He's just vibing, looking at the stars, bro. I mean, not the stars. He's looking at the sunlight. Like he's just vibing. And that's what this album says to do. Just vibe. Don't worry. I think my favorite tracks on this are well, Golden God talks about, you know, don't be another golden god, somebody who just chases, you know, things that really aren't even that important, like fame, money, whatever. Like at the end of the day, you need to keep your heart safe. That's the most important thing. Sold Out is them talking about how they kind of sold out because they did sell out a little bit, I guess, in their earlier career or whatever. And a lot of people who aren't even famous, like, I mean, you could be poor and you could still sell out if you're trying to like just trying to, you know, move up or whatever. And I mean, I'm not. I mean, they're not saying like to just like you. Obviously, money is important. Like you can't live in the world without money. Um, well, I mean, you can, but it wouldn't be very. It wouldn't be very. You have to find a balance. It wouldn't be very entertaining to just live your whole life for money. But at the end of the day, you do still need money. But you shouldn't sell out your heart. You shouldn't sell out your soul. And that's kind of what this song and this album talks about. And then Things Happen. Things Happen is like the best song in the whole album. This is like a feel good ending, closing song. This feels like the closing song to like the entire everything, you know? I mean, this is just like the best song on the album. And nah, bro, this whole album is like, it tells you like, don't be scared of like what you can't control. Don't be scared of death. Don't be scared of like, you know, what the future holds. It even talks about that. It says, don't be scared of like, you know, where you're gonna end up. It could be bad, it could be good, you don't know, and it's best to keep it that way. That's what Blade says. So like, you don't know how your life is gonna go, you just have to be happy, and I think that's important. Name scratched in stone, where flowers grow. We're at this point where I don't know what happens. What's that impulse? Stop asking, stop and let go. Like that's, I mean, that's like what the whole album is about at the end of the day. It's like we don't know what's gonna happen at the end of the day. We don't know where we're gonna go. Are we gonna keep searching for these highs that don't really give us anything in life? Or are we just gonna vibe, let go, and just be happy? Obviously, I mean, you're not gonna be happy every day. Nothing is perfect, but I mean, this album is like, I don't know. It's like, it's what I've always kind of wanted them to like kind of go into like this subject. So I'm happy they did. This is Raider Knight's review of this album. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.